It is playoff time for Ohio high school football, and tonight the postseason kicks off. Multiple teams looking to take the next step towards the state championship. We have all the playoff highlights and scores right now. Welcome to Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. I'm Nathan Baker. After 10 grueling weeks, only the best have survived to make the playoffs. Tonight we have divisions 2, 3, 4, and 6 all playing. The others, they get going Saturday. Look for your scores updating live on the ticker as well as on fox45now.com. Let's get into the games. How about Valley View hosting Circleville? Big game between the Spartans and Tigers. First quarter, Clay Smith hands off to Cole Johnson. He had a big game, pushes his way into the end zone. 6-0 Spartans. Fans fired up. Later in the first, Clay Smith forced out of the pocket, finds Tyson Skidmore in the end zone. 12-0 Valley View. Tigers answer back. Circleville's quarterback David Burrows finds Justin Hill. He's going to take it 65 yards for a touchdown for Circleville. Back and forth they went early. This made it 12-7 Valley View. But the home Spartans had an answer all night long. Clay Smith to Sam Pfeiffer, another touchdown. Congrats to Valley View. They are advancing 46-14. They win tonight. Well, Trotwood is looking for a fourth straight trip to state, and it begins at Franklin, which is why it's our next level game of the week. Now, Franklin has had a memorable season. They earned a home game, but in return, they have to play arguably the most dangerous team in the region, Trotwood. Let's go out to Franklin. I love that Wildcat and the smoke as they run onto the field. But Trotwood, they were running all night, all over Franklin. First quarter, Messiah DeWeaver to DeMarcus Wilson down to the 2-yard line. From there, the quarterback doing it himself. DeWeaver keeping it in the gun. Nice quarterback run here, and he is going to find the end zone, pounds his way in. He worked for that one. 7-0 Trotwood. Now Luke Kennard, one of the best basketball players in the country. He's also coming around as a quarterback. Set career highs for the school in passing yards and touchdowns. There he hooks up with Jake Rydell to the 38-yard line, but they would not score on the drive. Second quarter, Trotwood 4th and 20. Why not go for it? They are confident people, and it works. DeWeaver to DeMarcus Wilson, 23-yard touchdown, 14-0 Trotwood on top. This is not a good sign. Rydell injured, one of Franklin's best offensive players, lost for the game. Kennard having trouble finding anybody. Luke intercepted by Kai Beckham. And Beckham's going to take it to the 25-yard line of Franklin. And from there, Trotwood, they did their thing. They'd get down to the 2-yard line, and Breland Cosby punches it in. Trotwood never looked back as they win by a score of 42-7. We'd usually give you post game, but the Rams would not speak to us after the game. So you can watch the raw highlights and the highlights from this game right now on fox45now.com. All you have to do is look under Football Friday for the raw interviews. Well, Tippecanoe steamrolled their way to an undefeated season and CBC conference title. Red Devils earned the top seed, a home game as well, and a rematch with the same Kenton Ridge team that they waxed a couple Fridays ago. James Ryder was there to see if it would be the same script for Tip.
And Nathan, Tip's been doing it with both offense and defense, averaging about 49 points per game while only allowing 7. The Red Devils also won that Week 9 contest 35-7. Tippecanoe and top 22 player Jacob Hall were on the road for the last meeting in the comforts of home this time around. Third quarter, we start things off with who else? Hall picks up a chunk of yards for the first down. That would lead to a Tip touchdown. It's 28-0. Red Devils get it back. Ben Hughes off the fake, looking to throw, nothing there. Tucks it and runs, gets a first down, and then it's going to be more from that top 22 player Hall. He sees a hole, and he takes it, cuts back, and then nothing but daylight for the big fella. He is gone. 35-0 Tip, and they are cruising. Still in the third, Hughes, another play action bootleg, finds wide open Jarrett Wasson for the score, and Tippecanoe rolls to a 42-7 victory. They get the winner of Thurgood Marshall and Western Brown. And Nathan, I'll be back later in the show with highlights from another rematch. Miami East and Tri-County North. They needed overtime in Week 8. Would it be another close one this time around?
Well, we shall see. Thank you, James. All season, the Football Friday scoreboards have been brought to you by Ford. Scores are also online at fox45now.com. We have some scores. We couldn't get to these games tonight, but our local team, West Liberty Salem, beat Williamsburg 27-20. How about Clinton Massey rolling 35-21 over Miami Trace? Some other scores from around Ohio. We're going to make you stick around for the ones you care about. River Valley, a winner over Millbury. Philo, 30-7 over John Glenn. I didn't know he played football. Triway, 26-21 over Wauseon. Bedford beats Kent Roosevelt by a touchdown. Kilbourne over Scioto. And how about Crestview over LCC, 38-34. Well, round one of the playoffs rolls on next. Coming up, national trails in the postseason for the first time ever. Could the Blazers get their first ever playoff win as well? Plus,
hi, I'm John Manfreda. Get your alternates football highlights on Football Friday.
Thank you very much, John. But before we go to break, let's hear from the Kids Are Top Sports Center Cheerleaders of the Week.
We are the Butler Aviator Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday.
All right, let's hear from our Band of the Week on Football Friday, the Springfield Marching Band. Welcome back to Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Alters in the playoffs for the 13th straight season. However, their last state title was in 2009, so this particular senior class has never tasted a championship. Both the Alter Knights in Wyoming came in with 7-game win streaks. One would continue to roll, the other would go home for the winter. Look at this run on. I don't know what they're doing there, but they were all fired up. Alter fumbled on the opening kickoff. Wyoming turns that into points. Third down from the 48. Cowboys slinging it. Senior Will Marty to Dominic Vamosi, and watch him run, just turning the Knights defender all around. Touchdown, 7-0 Wyoming. Alter answers right back, ensuing drive. Dusty Hayes to Tommy Ruff, untouched. We got a 7-7 ball game. Then Alter's defense steps up. Wyoming under pressure. Short throw is picked off by Craig Howe, and the junior takes it deep into Wyoming territory. Couple plays later, Alter takes the lead. It's going to be Dusty Hayes keeping it all to himself. He finds the end zone. Alter advances. They win tonight 35-21. Congrats to the Knights. Well, let's find out who the Castle Roofing, Siding and Gutter over-the-top fans of the week are. It is the Wayne Warrior fans. The Warriors get tons of support on Friday nights. Now they'll be cheering on Saturdays. Wayne opens the playoffs tomorrow night. You can bet our Castle Roofing over-the-top fans will be there. Well, we still have much more playoff games to cover, including Thurgood Marshall in Cincinnati.
Hey, I'm Beyonce Copeland. Get your Thurgood Marshall highlights on Football Friday.
Plus, the Shawnee Braves coming off their first loss of the season, but it's a clean slate now. Can Shawnee take down Wapak? You won't believe this finish. Plus, Butler goes down south to Loveland. Aviators looking for revenge after a Week 1 loss to the same team. Stay tuned. All right, time now for the Meyer Play of the Week. We've been anticipating this. And we go back to Fairmont. How about the big lineman, Craig Howe? Interception, big fella. And he returns it. That would set up a touchdown. That would set up the go-ahead score. Alter is moving on. Craig Howe with our Meyer Play of the Week. Well, welcome back to Football Friday, sponsored by our lovely sponsor, Donato's Pizza. There were multiple rematches tonight in round one, including Miami East at Tri-County North, a game that went into overtime earlier this season. James Ryder was there to see if it would be just as close tonight. James?
Well, Nathan, Miami East has been stingy in its 9 wins this year. Tri-County North's 21 points, most by any of those 9 teams. The Panthers may have lost 3 times this year, but those opponents are a combined 27-3. In the rematch, Miami East gets the home field advantage, unlike in Week 8. Defense came up big early for the Vikings. Second negative play in a row when Robbie Adams and Alex Brewer team up for the sack. Miami East will get the ball back to start things off, and it's Brewer punching it up the middle for a score and an early 7-0 lead. Vikings would get it back once again. Connor Hellier connects with Michael Fellers on a quick strike, nearly splits the defenders here to break it for a big gain, but it's a first down and it leads to a field goal and a 10-0 advantage. Second quarter, it's the same duo. Hellier, Fellers, nice pickup. And then it's going to be Brewer capping off another drive with another touchdown. Miami East jumps out early and wins in the playoffs for the first time in school history. 38-14 the final. Vikings will face the winner of National Trail and Mechanicsburg. Thurgood Marshall comes in winners of 4 of their last 5, creaming the competition in those victories. Tonight the Cougars face Western Brown. First quarter, Devin Wood looking to throw. Nothing there. Takes off and scores. Wood puts the Broncos on top, 7-0. Thurgood Marshall answers though. D'Angelo Worthy up the middle, crowded jerseys, somehow busts free. Nobody's going to catch him. Off to the races, into the end zone. See you later. And then it's top 22 player Viante Copeland. He's heading to Michigan State, and here's a big reason why. Flying past the defense and into the end zone, Thurgood Marshall wins 76-40. They'll face Tippecanoe next week. And we've talked about those top 22 seniors throughout the night, brought to you by Dr. James Klosterman, MD. And every Tuesday night, I profile a different member of that group at 10:45 here on Fox 45. Nathan.
Thank you, James. I said Donato's Pizza's lovely. This is why. Tiffany dropping off 2 of those brand new products. She delivered the new Stromboli and the Brick Street Bread. The new 2-piece Stromboli, fill you up in a hurry. You can choose pepperoni, 3-meat combo, deluxe, even build your own, only $5.99. And that new Brick Street Bread, one of my favorites. 3 to 4 people can eat this. Asiago cheese, garlic, or my favorite, the cinnamon, just $3.99. These 2 great additions to the Donato's Pizza menu now. Or just call, click away, whatever. Donato's Pizza, the difference is delicious. You can win a $50 gift card to Donato's Pizza right now. Just text Donato's to 45203. The winner will be contacted Monday. For every text you send, you get a $5 coupon. So text now, win instantly. All right, we go up to Wapak. Springfield Shawnee, our local team, bursting onto the field. First play of the game. Cody Morgan can't handle the snap. Zach McCauley recovers for Shawnee. Braves going to cash in right away. Clay Phillips wrapped up. Oh, man's game. Breaks free and scores 7-0 Shawnee. Now 14-zip. 4th down for Wapak. Morgan rolls out, hits Logan Martin. That is a 40-yard Redskin connection. My man Doug Fry loving that offense. After a Wapak field goal, Jalen Nelson, top 22 boy, gets the handoff, goes to the end zone, 21-10 Shawnee. Right before half, Zach Schmergy scores for Wapak, but Shawnee would win in overtime. Goal line stand, 41-34. All right, National Trail's first ever playoff game. They were at Mechanicsburg. Ayrton Irwin finds some room before being pulled down out of bounds. Then Mechanicsburg's Irwin finds a hole in the slot for the touchdown. National Trail's ball. Garrett Griffin has had a great year. Throws right to the Indians' Luke Marsh, though. That is an interception for Mechanicsburg. Ensuing drive, Caleb Romero with the keeper into the end zone again. National Trail looking a little shell-shocked. They would get going. Griffin going long to Bailey Stewart. Huge pickup for the Blazers. Then Griffin with the screen to Josh Lee. Bulldogs his way into the end zone. 50-13 though. Mechanicsburg ends National Trail's dream season. Congrats to the Blazers though. They win 50-13 Mechanicsburg. Butler looking to upset Loveland. Butler's Marcus Newell to Ryan Lawler for 6 yards. That's as good as it would get for Butler. All Tigers after that. Bryce Pitt's going to find Giovanni Ricky. Big connection here. Then Plitz going to find Jacob Elfers. A few plays later to Tanner Griffin. Getting the call. He gets the touchdown. 14-0 Loveland. Then Butler on the attack. There's the touchdown right there. And then it's going to be Butler on the attack. Chandler Crane airing it out, but finds the Tigers' Luke Walker. He's taking it to the house. Butler's season comes to an end, 56-0. Well, scores this season brought to you by Ford. Don't forget you can find them on the ticker and always updating online, fox45now.com. Let's take a look at West Liberty Salem. We showed you they won 27-20. Massey moving on 35-21. Some other scores. These are the ones we showed you highlights of. Loveland 54-zip. Tip advances 42-7. National Trail, great season, but it ends 50-13. Alter advances 35-21. Valley View a winner 46-14. Shawnee in overtime 41-34. We got Brookhaven over Chillicothe. Glenville 35-zip over Brush. We have all the highlights and scores all over again. ABC 22 at 11. Check us out on Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Everybody, have a great night. It is playoff time for Ohio high school football. Tonight, the postseason kicked off. Multiple local teams looking to make the next step towards the state championship. We have all the playoff highlights and scores right now. Welcome to Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. I'm Nathan Baker. Only the best have survived to make the playoffs. Tonight we have divisions 2, 3, 4, and 6 playing. The others will get going on Saturday. Let's go to a big one here. Alter Knights in Wyoming both came in with 7-game win streaks. One would roll, the other would go home for the winter. Alter actually fumbled on the opening kickoff. Wyoming turns it into points. Third down from the 48, slinging. Will Marty to Dominic Vamosi, and watch him just run, turns the Knights defender this way and that, and finds the end zone. 7-0 Wyoming. But Alter answered right back the ensuing drive. Dusty Hayes to Tommy Ruff. Up the middle, tie game 7-7. Alter's defense steps up. Under pressure, John Manfreda almost got the sack. How about Craig Howe with the interception? The big fella takes it deep into Wyoming territory. Couple plays later, it's going to be Dusty Hayes keeping it all to himself and finding the end zone. Alter advances. They win 35-21. Circleville at Valley View tonight. Spartans running onto the field. First quarter, Clay Smith had a nice game. Hands it to Cole Johnson. Pushes his way into the end zone. 6-0 Spartans would be on top. They would miss the extra point. Fans still fired up, though. Later in the first, Clay Smith forced out of the pocket, finds Tyson Skidmore in the end zone. 12-0 Valley View. Once again, they missed the extra point. Didn't really matter tonight, though. Tigers would answer back, though. David Burrows finds Justin Hill 65 yards for a Circleville touchdown, but Valley View still on top 12-7 after that nice score there. Spartans answer right back, though. It's going to be Clay Smith to Sam Pfeiffer for another score. Valley View goes on to win by a score of 46-14. Well, Tippecanoe steamrolled their way to an undefeated season and a CBC conference title. Red Devils earned the top seed, a home game, and a rematch with the same Kenton Ridge team that they waxed 3 Fridays ago. James Ryder was there to see if it would be the same script for Tip. James?
Well, Nathan, what's been impressive is Tip's doing it with both offense and defense, averaging about 49 points per game and only allowing 7. The Red Devils also won that Week 9 contest you talked about, 35-7. Tippecanoe and top 22 player Jacob Hall were on the road for the last meeting in the comforts of home this time around. Third quarter, we start things off with who else? Hall picking up a big chunk of yards for the first down. That would lead to a Tip TD, and it's 28-0. Red Devils get it back. Ben Hughes off the fake, looking to throw, decides to tuck it and run, takes off, picks up the first down, and then we're going to go back to that Hall fellow. He sees the hole, cuts back, and then finding a lot of daylight. The big fella, he's gone 35-0, and Tip is cruising. Still in the third, Hughes, another play action bootleg. This time for a wide open Jarrett Wasson for the score. Tippecanoe rolls 42-7. They get the winner of Thurgood Marshall and Western Brown. Miami East and Tri-County North, also a rematch from earlier this season. Vikings won it in OT. Defense came up big for the Vikings early. Second negative play in a row when Robbie Adams and Alex Brewer team up for the sack. Miami East then gets the ball, and it's Brewer punching it up the middle for a score and an early 7-0 lead. Vikings would get it back, though, but not after a lot of excitement from the fans. Connor Hellier connects with Michael Fellers on a quick strike, nearly splits the defenders here to break a big game, but it leads to a first down and then a field goal. 10-0 the score now. Second quarter, it's the same duo. Hellier to Fellers. Nice pickup. Then it's Brewer capping off another drive with another touchdown. Miami East jumps out early and wins in the playoffs for the first time in school history. 38-14 the final. Vikings will face the winner of National Trail and Miamisburg. Thurgood Marshall comes in winners of 4 of their last 5, creaming the competition in those victories. Tonight the Cougars face Western Brown. First quarter, Devin Wood looking to throw, nothing there, takes off and scores. Wood puts the Broncos on top 7-0. Thurgood Marshall, though, they would answer. D'Angelo Worthy up the middle. You can't see him. He's in a crowded jerseys. Breaks free, somehow gets out of the pile, off to the races, and into the end zone. That's a Thurgood Marshall touchdown. Later, it's our top 22 player, Viante Copeland. He's heading to Michigan State, and here's a big reason why. Flying past the defense and into the end zone, Thurgood Marshall wins 76-40. They'll face Tippecanoe next week. And don't forget, you can find the raw video from every game we got tonight, along with highlights, cheerleaders, bands, and more on our website, abc22now.com, under Football Friday. Nathan.
Hey, thank you, James. How about Shawnee at Wapak? Braves bursting onto the field. First play of the game, Cody Morgan can't handle the snap, and Zach McCauley recovers it for Shawnee. Braves going to cash in. How about Clay Phillips? He's going to be wrapped up, but breaks free and scores. That made it 7-0 Shawnee. Now 14-0, fourth down for Wapak. Morgan rolls out. It's Logan Martin for a 40-yard strike. Redskins, they get on the board. But then Wapak, after the field goal, Jalen Nelson gets the handoff, bounces outside, scampers in, and Shawnee would win in overtime at Wapak, 41-34. Well, tonight's delivery from Donato's Pizza from Tiffany features the new Stromboli and Brick Street bread. For the new two-piece Stromboli, you can choose a pepperoni, 3-meat combo, deluxe, or even build your own for just $5.99. Jack loves it. The new Brick Street bread feeds 3 to 4 people with a choice of Asiago cheese, garlic, or the really popular cinnamon. That's just $3.99. So good. Donato's Pizza, just a call or click away. Only at Donato's Pizza. The difference is delicious. And you can win a $50 gift card to Donato's Pizza right now. Just text Donato's to 45203. Winner will be contacted next week. For every text you send, you get a $5 coupon. So text now, win instantly. Well, all season, the Football Friday scoreboards have been brought to you by Ford. Scores are also online at abc22now.com. Let's take a look at some of the scores from round one of the high school football playoffs. Our West Liberty Salem a winner 27-20. Clinton Massey, we love them. They win 35-21 over Miami Trace. Alter, we showed you 35-21 over Wyoming. They advance. Cincinnati Country Day, they fall to Summit Country Day 55-28. Kenton all over Galleon 58-14. Tip advances 42-7. Miami East 38-14 over Tri-County North. Shawnee wins in overtime 41-34. Valley View beats Circleville 46-14, and Thurgood Marshall 76-40 over Western Brown. Glenville a winner tonight 35-zip. Ted Ginn Jr. excited. Highland beats Avon Lake 28-21. We also had, that'll be it, but we've got more highlights coming your way. Round one of the playoffs rolling on next. How about National Trail in the postseason for the first time ever? Could the Blazers get their first ever playoff win? Plus,
I'm Ashton Jackson. Get your Trotwood Rim highlights on Football Friday.
thank you, Ashton. And before we go to break, let's hear from our Kids Are Top Sports Center cheerleaders of the week.
We are the Butler Aviator Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday.
All right, let's find out who the Castle Roofing, Siding, and Gutter over-the-top fans of the week are. It's the Wayne Warrior fans. Warriors get tons of supports on Fridays. Now they'll be cheering on Saturdays. Wayne opens the playoffs tomorrow night. You can bet our Castle Roofing over-the-top fans will be there. Well, Trotwood looking for a 4th straight trip to state, and it began the night at Franklin, which is our next level game of the week. Franklin has had another memorable season. They earned a home game, but in return, they have to play arguably the most dangerous team in the region and division, Trotwood. Let's go to Franklin for this one. Wildcats steaming onto the field. They were excited for this one, but it got ugly quickly. First quarter, Trotwood's Messiah DeWeaver passes to DeMarcus Wilson. He's down at the 2-yard line, and from there, going to be DeWeaver keeping it all to himself. Gets the snap in the gun, looks for somebody, yeah, he's going to roll out, and then he hits a little contact right at the goal line, but he gets in. 7-0 Trotwood on top. Luke Kennard's going to be a great basketball player. He already is. He's got offers from Duke, Ohio State, Kentucky, Michigan State, you name them. He's also a pretty good quarterback. Set Franklin records in passing yards and touchdowns. Here hooks up with his top target, Jake Rydell, down to the Trotwood 38, but they would not get any points out of this drive. And that was an issue because second quarter, 4th and 20, Trotwood, they got guts. They go for it. DeWeaver to DeMarcus Wilson, 23-yard hookup. That made it 14-0 Trotwood. And here's a bad look on the sidelines. Here's Jake Rydell, one of Franklin's top players. Looks like he is out for the game. Franklin had trouble finding offense with him on the field, and definitely without him. Here, Kennard rolls, intercepted by Kai Beckham. He's going to take it to the Franklin 25-yard line. Trotwood turned that one quickly into points. Breland Cosby going to get a 2-yard touchdown run. Trotwood, they never look back. They end Franklin's season 42-7. National Trail made their playoff debut, and they were taking on Mechanicsburg tonight. Ayrton Irwin finds some room here for Mechanicsburg before he's finally pulled out of bounds. Then it's going to be Irwin finding a hole in the slot for a touchdown. Mechanicsburg. National Trail with the football. Garrett Griffin had a great season. Nothing to hang his head about, but he had a tough night tonight. Throws an interception to Luke Marsh. Mechanicsburg interception. Ensuing drive, Caleb Romero, keeper, into the end zone. Mechanicsburg on top by 2 scores at this point. National Trail gets going. Griffin going long to Bailey Stewart. Nice catch in the air. And then Griffin gonna screen it to Josh Lee. He's gonna bulldoze his way into the end zone. But Mechanicsburg would roll from there as they advance, ending National Trail season 50-13. Well, we still have more playoff games to cover, including Butler and Loveland coming up. Butler goes down south to Loveland. Aviators will be looking for revenge after a week 1 loss to the same team. Stay tuned. Time now for the Meyer Play of the Week. We go back to Fairmont. Alter's big game and a big defensive play right here. John Manfreda rushes and Craig Howe intercepts it. That would set up the go-ahead touchdown, and Alter would go on to win and advance in the playoffs. Craig Howe with your Meyer Play of the Week. Well, Butler was looking to upset Loveland. Butler's Marcus Newell going to find Ryan Lawler here for 6 yards. And this would be as good as it got for Butler. Butler lost in week 1, 35-6 to this same Loveland team. And here's Loveland's pass through the air. Going to be caught. Nice catch there. And then it's going to be Jake Elfers to Tanner Griffin. And that made it 14-0. Oh, they're still driving here, actually. Here we go. Nice run to the end zone. Touchdown for Loveland. Butler on the attack. Chandler Crane airing it out. Finds Tigers' Luke Walker. He's taking it to the house. Butler's season would come to an end tonight as they lost 54-0. All right, so 1/2 of round 1 of the high school football playoffs in the books. A lot of our local teams won tonight. Of course, tomorrow night we have some big ones: Division 1, Division 5, Division 7, Centerville, Wayne, Northmont, Springboro, Miamisburg. Good luck to all of them. And our other teams competing tomorrow. We will have highlights on a Saturday edition of Football Friday, so be sure to join us. Check out our website for all the highlights, raw video. Thanks to Donato's Pizza. Have a great weekend, everybody.